make sure you're always camera ready, period. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Bashti. I'm a content creator who uploads whatever, whenever, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm back with yet another hair video because that's what you guys seem to enjoy the most. So today I'm going to be giving you guys my tips and tricks and secrets as to how I grew my hair like 3 times the length in 2 years. So I'm probably gonna insert pictures if I have them and just give you guys like the tea, the actual tea. No video is topping this one, no tips are topping this one, nobody's topping this one, okay? I can tell you that right now. As someone that has learned and grown as somebody that's grown with my hair over the past 2 years, and as someone who is also self-maintained, I have all the tips and tricks that you need to get your locks to flourish like so. So if you guys want the real tea, like the actual tea, keep watching. My locks are 2 years old. Let's do a little like length check right here. I'm 2 years in, but what's it called? I started my locks in March. What is today? It's June. It's July. So I started my locks March 27th of 2022. Today is July 8th of 2024. So it's been it's been, dang, oh my god, 2 years and 4 months. Like, time flies. So I'm gonna be, like I said, give you guys the tips and tricks to how I got my hair to grow super long and how I got them to be as healthy as they literally look in only 2 years. So my first tip is to wet your hair. Now, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, the lock community have mixed feelings about this one. I've watched videos where people have said that they did not wet their starter locks until like between 4 and 6 months in. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. The reason I think that's stupid is because, let me just use an example, right? What happens as a loose natural, what happens when you go in the shower, wet your hair, and you don't dry it? Or you don't comb through it, or you don't do anything? It literally will like expand and then shrink upon itself, which I feel like when you have locks, that's the actual point of having locks, is for your hair to mat up. If you go in the shower and you wash your hair and you don't brush it, it's going to mat up. So me, I wet my starter locks. I actually washed my starter locks 2 weeks after putting 2-strand twists in my head. Like, I was not playing. So the best way to do this is by, especially, okay, I have type like 4B, 4C hair. It really depends on the area. So obviously I don't recommend having like your starter locks, especially if you have a looser curl pattern. I do not recommend going in the shower, putting your hair straight under the water and just like, you know, washing it like so, because your hair will definitely unravel. You will have strands everywhere. Like, that's a big no-no. So one thing I did, I think for the first month and a half, was I took a wig cap, and trust me, this works. It works. I took a wig cap, put it over my starter locks, and then I washed my hair as if the wig cap was not there. I drenched my head under the water. I took shampoo, like, you know, really got in there and everything. And you may be thinking all the shampoo or the product will not rinse out. Trust and believe it will. It's literally the same thing. It just protects your hair from, like, you know, the strands falling out. Because, you know, when you have your starter locks in, it's very easy for them to, if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at myself, so yeah. But when you have your starter locks in, it's very easy for them to unravel, and trust and believe you do not want that, especially if you go to a loctician. They will charge you an arm and a leg just to put them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starter locks back in your head. So just avoid that at all costs. But please wet your hair. Do not let your loctician tell you not to. Do not let social media tell you not to. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, it does not matter. Please wash, like, if you don't feel comfortable full on washing it, at least like take a spray bottle and mist it at least once a day, because that will help your hair to lock. That will help your hair to not only grow and flourish and be healthy and hydrated, but it'll also help your hair to lock so much faster. So that's my #1 tip. Like, I feel like that's really everything. Like, wet your hair, drench your hair. Staying on the topic of water and really moisturizing your hair, use oil. And when you use oil, make sure you always use water before you moisturize your hair. Always. Think of it like this, because I'm somebody that really learns with analogies, so I'm going to give you guys a lot of analogies in this video. But let's say you're thirsty, right? You don't drink soda if you're thirsty. You drink water because you need to water yourself. Your body is mostly made up of water. So oiling your hair without water is like drinking soda when you're thirsty, because the actual oil is not what's moisturizing your hair, it's the water. The oil just seals the water in place. So with that being said, every time you use an oil or a serum or whatever the case may be, always wet your hair, always wet your scalp. With that also being said, you need to moisturize your actual scalp. I don't know, I've seen a lot of lock videos, people say like you don't need to oil or like moisturize your scalp, just moisturize the strands. That makes absolutely no sense if your hair grows from your scalp. So when you're using these like products, of course you could apply it to the hair itself as well, but don't just apply it to the hair. If you're applying it to the hair, apply it to the scalp, or you cannot apply it to the hair at all and just apply it to your scalp. Me personally, I like to apply my products to my scalp because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it'll just like, if that makes sense, like it'll automatically go down to my hair. So yeah, my next tip, a lot of you guys will not like, because especially back in like 2020, I seen a lot of people were getting locks just for the trend. If you have locks for the trend, you will not like this one. You need to let your locks get dirty, and you need to be okay with having dirty hair. Now, I'm not saying your hair should be tore up left and right, just you're outside looking a mess. No, because at the end of the day, I can tell you right now, my hair is dirty. And that does not mean it stinks, that does not mean any of that, because I do take really good care of my hair, and I put essential oils in it as well to make sure it smells good. But you need to be okay with, like, if you itch your scalp, you have something under your nails. I know it sounds crazy, but dirty hair grows the fastest, and I cannot stress this enough. I don't know what it is. It's like all that oil and some of that gunk is actually really good for your hair. It's like bad bacteria on your body. You don't want to kill all bacteria because some bad bacteria could be good. It's the same exact thing when it comes to your hair. A lot of that gunk and like the water and the oils that like build up on your scalp is actually good for your hair. Me personally, I wash my hair every 2 weeks, but I actually had to stop doing that because I feel like that was too often, because my hair doesn't get dirty fast. So I feel like now I've tried to like refrain from washing it so often. So I'll probably do like once a month. I've gone 2 months, 2.5 months without washing my hair before, but it's something you have to learn with. Like when I was, I think I started this when I was like, well, sometime after a year. So it took me so long to be okay with my hair, you know, not always, you know, looking the best, like, you know, retwist fell, scalp being a little bit dirty. But dirty hair really does grow fast. Like it grows faster because your hair needs all of that to flourish. Like it really does. So definitely cut back on those wash days. Also, with every wash day does not mean you need to retwist. So even when I was washing my hair twice a week, I was not retwisting my hair. Or twice a week, twice a month, once every 2 weeks. So when I was washing my hair once every 2 weeks, I was not retwisting my hair. I would retwist my hair once a month or like once every month and a half. So also cut back on the retwist and your hair will grow, because the more you retwist, the more your hair thins out. You do not want that at all. Like it will look raggedy, it will look disgusting. Keep it on this trajectory of dirty hair growing the fastest. Please do not misconstrue what I say by using heavy products, okay? Do not use waxes, gels, pomades, none of that thick, heavy, creamy, gunky stuff, because, oh, wait, let me say this. Especially if you're in your starter lock phase, because you will not see it then, but over time your hair will get gunky and nasty at the root. You will not be able to wash it out. What's it called when you have like, is it lint? Buildup. Oh my god, buildup. You will have visible buildup in your locks, and over time, as the months pass, as the years pass, it will become visible and you will not be able to wash it out. So when I say dirty hair grows the fastest, I mean like dirty from like oil and natural products that you should be using. I do not mean by heavy thicks and creams that do not need to be in your head. So avoid heavy products. They're disgusting, they're nasty, they can make your hair smell really bad. If you struggle, because I'm not gonna lie, I used to. If you struggle with, you know, having locks that don't smell the best, because at the end of the day, it is natural hair. It's natural. Not everything that comes from our body smells like flowers and roses, and we all know this. So if you do struggle with, you know, not the best smell coming from your natural hair, I'd highly, highly, highly recommend essential oils. For my second to last tip, a lot of you guys won't like this one either, because for some reason, nobody wants to take care of their natural hair themselves. But tell that loctician you won't be seeing her anymore. It's please, 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 please. Because let me tell you, I feel like in some cases, because I've heard people tell me, when I tell people that I'm self-maintained, they feel so obligated to tell me their loctician horror stories, and I just find it so fun. I feel like this is controversial, so I'm not even gonna bring it up. I feel like locticians don't always have your best interests. You know, they just want money, so they will literally tell you like to put these heavy products in your hair just so that you can pay later for them to get it out or for them to revive your hair. Like, no. And I also feel like having locks is such a spiritual journey, and people don't understand that either. You grow with your hair spiritually, physically, everything. So I feel like when you're self-maintained, you put so much energy on your hair, and trust and believe, I'm somebody that heavily believes this. I feel like my hair is so beautiful, and my hair is the way it is because I spend time on my own head. I give it love, I give it all the energy it needs, I give it everything it needs, and it reflects that. Your hair is going to reflect how you treat it energetically. Also, I don't believe in letting people put their hands on my hair because I'm a real big spiritual person. I feel like people's energy, don't let it touch your crown chakra, please. People don't think about these things, but they are so important. You can label me as crazy, but it's the truth, and you will not really, really, really see your hair flourish until you take matters into your own hands and you give your own hair love. And I promise you, your hair will reflect that and reciprocate that right back. I get told all the time how beautiful and how amazing my locks are. Like, that's up there because I'm self-maintained. I don't let people put their hands on my head, and I take matters into my own hands and give my own hair the love and the energy that it needs. So you should do the same. So my last and final tip is consistency. Consistency. If you're not, what is a scheduled routine if you're not consistent? What is it? I sometimes do struggle with this still to this day, and I'm 2 years in, but that's also because I'm learning new things about my hair every single day. So, you know, I might 3, 4, 5 years in, I might pick up on something. I'm like, oh, I need to add this to my routine, and it could take me a minute to, you know, put it in the cycle. But I feel like as long as you're practicing, that's good too. That's consistency as well, honestly. So I feel like when you find a routine, or when you find these products or these things that work for your hair, I feel like you need to do them on a consistent basis, and your hair will show like that it's thankful, that it's flourishing. Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Those are all my tips and tricks. This video might be short, but these are things that I get asked so many times. I'm not even joking. In real life, on my lock page, the questions don't stop. So I finally have a video out that I can now tell people, well, you know, I have a YouTube video, so you should go watch it. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you have any more questions, comments, or concerns. I will definitely be sure to get back to everybody. I love answering my YouTube comments. I love answering my DMs. So if you don't want to comment and you want to reach out to me personally, I have my Instagram, my personal and my lock page linked below. But I'm going to also put it somewhere on the screen here. So if you don't feel like doing all that, you can just search on my Instagram. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on the post notification button, do whatever you needed to do. Send this to your mom, dad, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever. No. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Peace.